Hello and welcome to Shelby This Week. Here are some of the stories we've been working on. New additions coming soon to the township, and the Macomb County Health Department updates us on COVID vaccines. We have these stories and more coming up on Shelby This Week. New pedestrian crossings are coming to Shelby Township. The Southeast Michigan Council of Governments chose the township to receive about $290,000 in transportation alternative program funding. The funds will be used for 6 new crossings at 21 mile, 22 mile, 24 mile, and 25 mile roads. These crossings will connect residents to essential services and trail systems. Shelby Township was busy with many promotions this past board meeting. DPW Director Dave Miller talks about the importance of these promotions in his department.
This promotion is critical for the future, for the legacy of the department. This person brings with them an immense amount of institutional knowledge, and just as I plan my retirement in the next few years, I think this will be critical, the position for the department again.
To stay up to date, check out the Shelby Township board meetings on Shelby TV every first and third Tuesday of the month. With Macomb County's plan to have vaccinations open to all residents by April 5th, Deputy County Executive John Paul Rhea talks about the importance of listening to the needs of high-risk groups.
Our commitment to working with our K-12 advocates, every single week we have an update call with the 21 school districts throughout the county with the superintendents, getting intel from leadership, how we can adapt the learning environment, how we can provide resources to those that are protecting the 130,000+ children that are in the K-12 system here in this county. The vaccination clinics that we've been deploying in partnerships with Henry Ford at the ISD has been an exceptional partnership where we've been able to alleviate the demand where teachers wanted those doses. We're being dynamic on that end, opening up appointments, all those different types of things, modernizing the vaccination system. Same thing you said with regards to the disabled population, hearing from the advocacy groups, understanding their needs, ensuring that we're prepared for those ends. All those things are strategic, purposeful steps that we've taken, following the guidelines, working with our healthcare experts, and hearing from our community advocates. It's a great system, it's working, and we're going to continue to rise to the challenge.
For any questions, visit macombgov.org/COVID-19. Still ahead on Shelby This Week, we continue to celebrate National Reading Month, and a local 5K benefits charities.
The Shelby Township Art Fair is looking for artists, crafters, and vendors for their popular August event. The 2021 Shelby Township Art Fair is scheduled to be held on August 14th and 15th, with a new location at Riverbends Park off 22 Mile. The deadline for vendor and crafter entry is April 1st. If you would like more information or would like to obtain an application, you can visit shelbyartfair.org or call 586-731-0300.
So back in 2001, I decided to get my undergraduate degree, and from there it took me some time. I actually took a class at a time. I was raising my three daughters at that time and working full-time. So that's when my journey began, is in 2001, and about 4 years ago I attained my master's degree in planning.
This is undeveloped land over here.
Okay. Glenn Wynn, the former planning director, and I had this transition plan for about a couple of years. And when Glenn left, I took over, and I was fortunate that Shelby Township gave me the opportunity to lead the township in the planning department. Well, one of the strongest women that comes to my mind is my mother. We came here in 1972 from Macedonia, and both of my parents actually have worked hard and gotten to where they've gotten, and raised 2 children, and successful children, I may say, and that has also inspired me to do the same with my daughters. My most important role is being a mother. My girls have grown up to see me go through my bachelor's degree and go through my master's degree, so when it came time for them in their schooling, they seen how important it was, and they went on to be as successful in my eyes as well.
Grab your reading glasses and celebrate National Reading Month by visiting Bring Your Old Books. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Ryan Phillips. I am the owner of Bring Your Old Books. Bring Your Old Books is a bookstore, comic store, and record store located in Shelby Township, Michigan. We opened 10 years ago in March of 2011. We're celebrating 10 years. Since COVID's come around, we've had to make some changes. We limit the amount of people in the store. We have hand sanitizing stations in the front. We do curbside, which we're going to continue going forward. We do personal shopping, and we also open up later in the day now. We open up at 12. So between the hours of 9:30 to 11:30, we have personal shopping hours. So you can schedule your own personal shopping hour where you can come in alone and shop the store. We carry all kinds of books, mostly used, everything from current day all the way down to vintage, antique. We have books that are a couple hundred years old and books that are just a couple days old. We have comics that are new releases. They come out every Wednesday. And we have comics that go all the way back to the 40s and 50s as well. Records we have all the way back to the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, mostly rock and roll. Our most popular items are probably the comics and the books. Records are a close third, just depends on what I get in. I might have some hot stuff that comes in today. I might sell a lot of records today, comparative to comics or books. It just depends on the day and what type of items come in the door. In the month of March right now, we have books that are 25% off the regular price. Comic books are also 25% off the regular back stock stuff. The new releases are 10% off, and records are also 25% off. It's very important we still have bookstores. We're fading off or dying off right now, but the important thing about bookstores right now is what you don't get online is you get the human interaction. When you come into the store, you have people that know your name. I have customers that have been shopping with me for 10 years. I know them on a first name basis. They come in, they ask recommendations, they tell me their recommendations. I have customers that come in that interact with other customers and they find out new items that they've never even heard about. New authors, new comic books, new music. It's just, you can't get that online. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, or online at www.bringyouroldbooks.com. If you go to the website, it links off to all our stuff.
For more information, call 586-731-6473 or visit bringyouroldbooks.com. Even though it was postponed, the Jingle Bell Run had another successful year. We spoke to Michael Ward about the outcome of this event.
Well, the first order of business was finding an alternate location on March 21st where we could do the run, not interfere with traffic too much, but also have a building for check-in because it's still wintertime. So as always, Joe Youngblood stepped up and said, well, you know what, if we move it to the Nature Center side, we'll have the building available for you to use for your check-in. We can run it right in the park itself, and the police department were very pleased with that because it's a lot more dangerous running it on Van Dyke like we did. And they were tickled. It's an out and back course, which is easy. It's all paved. The only bad part was the big hill, but that's part of the run. And then it was just a matter of once we got the date locked in, making sure our timing was done, and then get the registration up and running. And it's just amazing how many people just started signing up, and it continued to all the way up through yesterday. Much to my surprise, we're going to be closing in on 400 for today. It's one of the first spring events that you're going to find in the area, one of two. And look at the numbers we got, and everybody's having a ball. And yeah, the last 2 days were a little crazy getting the course marked and all that, but it was a much easier race than doing the normal Jingle Bell Run on the township grounds. There's a lot less safety issues to worry about.
This is great for Shelby Township. We're really close to the Shadbush Center, and it's a great course now that they've got laid out because it's all paved. And before we used to have to run in the streets and on the golf course. So this makes a lot more sense for people.
Well, there's 3 or 4 charities. Cattail Acres are going to get part of the proceeds. The Pennerton Center, we're going to hit Special Needs Group that Joe Youngblood sponsors. K9 Rescue and a couple others. We're going to hit those that really need it because they don't get any kind of sponsor. So what we're doing. And it all goes to that, 100%. I don't take a penny out of it. I make sure it all goes to the charities.
If you missed the Jingle Bell Run and are interested in participating in future races, visit eastsideracingcompany.com. Calling all young artists, Shelby TV's The Treehouse is accepting drawing submissions for their April episode. The theme is to draw your symbol for Earth Day, meaning children can draw flowers, trees, or even the planet. Submissions are due March 26th and can be sent to info@shelbytwp.org with the subject line, The Treehouse. Please keep drawings family friendly. Coming up next on Shelby This Week, Movie of the Week reviews a time-changing film, and the Easter Bunny is hopping to a shelter near you.
The Shelby Township Fire Department is looking for full-time firefighter medics. Created in 1953 with the help of one volunteer, it has grown to over 70 full-time staff who work from the 5 fire stations located throughout the township. Specializing in fire protection and emergency medical response. Are you ready to join a team and become part of a family that constantly strives to raise the bar in professionalism and dedication? The Shelby Township Fire Department also trains in dive and swift water rescue. Hazardous material response, tactical response, and technical rescue. As one of Shelby Township's firefighter medics, you'll receive competitive pay, excellent benefits, career development, and the pride of being part of the team that helped keep Shelby Township rated among Michigan's safest communities. Rise to the challenge, wear the patch, and make a difference. Contact 586-726-7241 or go to shelbytwp.org and click Careers.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Grab your popcorn because today on Movie of the Week, Brennan Noyes talks about the film Boyhood. Let's take a look.
On today's Movie of the Week, we will be talking about the 2014 drama Boyhood. It's written and directed by Richard Linklater and is rated R. It stars some amazing actors, including Ethan Hawke and Patricia Arquette. Boyhood was filmed over the course of 12 years and follows Mason Coltrane, his older sister, and his divorced parents as they navigate life in Texas.
I was turning 40 and I'd been a parent for about 8 years, and I wanted to say something about childhood. I was trying to make a movie about childhood, but then the dilemma hit me of like, well, what part of childhood? All my ideas were all over the place.
Oh! Don't worry about it.
Wish we could use the bumpers.
You don't want the bumpers. Life doesn't give you bumpers.
The grid of 1 through 12, those grades you kind of have to go to. That's kind of what you're sentenced to from childhood. You're gonna be in school through 12th grade. You're gonna live in your parents' house. There was this thing beckoning beyond that, and I wanted to get there in the movie. And that's what I had to express about growing up. Finally, I just had this one big idea. We'll just get the same cast and we'll film a little bit each year. Like, could you do that? Would that work as a movie?
When Linklater started the project, he didn't have a completed script, just a basic idea of where he wanted the characters to end up. During the writing process for each upcoming year, he would look at the previous year's footage to see how the actors have changed. Linklater encouraged the actors to be fully themselves and featured the real hairstyles, piercings, and acne of the cast.
What is so hard to answer about what sculpture are you making?
It's abstract.
Okay, that's good. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know you were even interested in abstract art.
I'm not. They make us do it. But Dad, I mean, why is it all on us though? You know, what about you? How was your week? You know, who do you hang out with? Do you have a girlfriend? What have you been up to?
I see your point. So we should just let it happen more natural, right? That's what you're saying. Okay, that's what we'll do. Starting now.
Linklater's real life is also infused within the story. The actor who plays Mason's sister is Linklater's real-life daughter. And Linklater was also raised by a single mother in Texas, just like the character in the movie.
Do you think that being raised by a single mom has affected you?
Yeah, I mean, my mom was very young when she had me. I think she was 22. 19 when she had my oldest sister. We sort of in that way grew up together. You hear people who have teen moms say, oh, we grew up together, but there's something to that. You go through their own maturation, their own dating. I saw my mom get married a few times, a lot of relationships. She went to graduate school. We were kind of pulled through her entire life.
Boyhood moved both audiences and critics. It won Best Motion Picture, Best Director, and Best Supporting Actress at the Golden Globes. It was also nominated for 6 Academy Awards, and Patricia Arquette won for Best Supporting Actress. Overall, Boyhood portrays growing up and finding yourself in both a creative and powerful way. If you're looking for a drama to enjoy, I'd highly recommend watching Boyhood.
If you're interested in Boyhood or any other movie featured on Movie of the Week, call the Shelby Township Library at 586-739-7414. It's that time of year again. The Humane Society of Macomb is offering photos with the Easter Bunny for families and their pets. The event will take place March 28th at 11 a.m. The shelter is asking for a $5 donation in exchange for a printed copy of your photo. Children and pets will also receive a yummy Easter treat. For more information, visit Humane Society of Macomb on Facebook. Now it's time to head to the Humane Society of Macomb, and we meet a bonded pair, Amber and Sable.
Amber and Sable are a bonded pair, which means we want them to go home together. They are litter mates. They do really well together, so our goal is to have them go into the same home. Well, they're pretty young. They're just a little bit over 3 years old each. Again, from the same litter. Very sweet, very affectionate, very playful, very similar to in terms of personalities with each other. We'd like to see them go into a home with maybe some experienced cat owners, because having more than one cat can take, it takes a little bit more work. That being said, if it's a first-time cat owner, we always like to work with new adopters so we can make that happen as well. If you're interested in Amber and Sable or any of our other animals, you would call us here at the shelter and we would email you a pre-adoption form. You fill that out, you send it back to us, and once you're pre-approved, you can come in, you can meet anybody you like. Well, we're getting into kitten season, and so we're looking for kitten supplies. So formula, food, blankets, people who are willing to maybe foster kittens, because as the weather warms up, we start to see a lot more kittens here in the shelter. So if you're interested in that, give us a call at the shelter or check out our website, humanesocietymacomb.org.
If you or someone you know is interested in adopting an animal from the Humane Society, call 586-731-9210 or visit humanesocietyofmacomb.org. That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. You can always watch us online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. Thanks for watching and have a great week.